Hey everyone, it's Glamstan here. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe for more episodes. And don't forget to follow on Instagram and TikTok. Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Talk Real podcast. I am your host, Glamstan. I am here with some amazing guests. How are you guys?
Right.
We're good.
Good. Here we in the building.
Yes. Who do we have here?
Creeper Crisis.
Man, like Fend, don't know.
It's Aisha.
Okay, big up yourselves. Okay, so what we were saying about the matching here,
100%.
it was intentional, but
Me and Fend never even spoke to each other about the colouring.
And what colour was wearing? Just
Nothing.
stay raw. I was going to say the but yeah.
And you two, orange is the new black.
yeah, come on.
Wavy, come on, stylish.
Yes,
100%,
but
I love
thank
it.
you all for being here.
100%, yeah, man.
Love to see you
We need
guys.
to support each other, man.
Yes, 100%. So, and you just tell everyone what you do briefly. Like you've all got your own platforms. Could you just give them a shout out, real quick?
Fend
I got a podcast called Table Time Podcast. Can catch that on the YouTube and the audio on Spotify and Acast. I'm also a musician, so
Big up.
artist, go by the name of Fend, and I have a collective called Dining Table.
Okay, big up yourself.
Yeah, I'm Creeper Crisis, the rapper. I just rap. I make music. I direct movies.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
He's coming. Watch out for him.
Yeah.
And this amazing, talented, my fellow queen. Tell him about yourself, girl.
My name is Aisha. I'm a jack of all trades. So I'm usually a teacher, but I also make music. I also dance, all sorts of stuff. Creativity.
Yes, we're all creatives here.
Yeah.
So yes, lovely having you on. Okay, so I've been sent in some scenarios. Yeah,
Okay. All right.
for you guys. Yeah.
So you want us to like gonna go through there? But
Yeah. Go through some scenarios to see how we get on. Yeah. Okay. I'm in a relationship with an amazing guy. We've been in a relationship for about a year. He claims he doesn't want people in our business. And I'm kind of on the fence if it's for the reason he's given me or if there's something else I'm missing. Either way, it's making me feel like shit. Is a boyfriend wanting to keep a relationship private always a red flag? Always a red flag.
When she says private, is she saying private as far as social media, or private as their current setting around like their everyday gathering?
Basically, just keeping it quiet.
He doesn't want anyone to know.
He
at
just
all.
Yeah, treating her like a sighting.
So is it like an actual relationship or a talking
Well,
stage?
she says they've been together for a year.
Yeah,
A year.
A year.
Oh, so is there a difference between private and secret? Like,
There is
it's
a
like
difference.
private's like, I'm in a relationship, but like you don't need to like post.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
secret is-
100%. Yeah.
The secret is like no one even knows you're
Yeah.
dating.
Yeah,
And that's
you
the
ever
thing.
told your mom, your
That's
friend?
That's sus. I think that's sus when it's like you're with someone and like I believe that obviously being private 100% I'm all for that, but then 100% secretive, like no one knows.
Yeah.
But even your friends, I believe that when you're with someone for a year, your family should have met, you know, or your
100%.
friends
Yeah,
should have
the
known.
The boys, everything.
Yeah, your main people should know.
Yeah.
Your inner circle should
100%.
know. Doesn't mean that like
You should go
put
invite
it up on
to
social
a-
media. I get that bit.
Yeah.
You get me? I don't feel like everything has to be on social media, so
Exactly.
I don't agree with that bit. That's just me personally. Just
Yeah.
because if I'm with someone, I'm not going to put up beer stuff on social media. Like we know we're together.
Yeah, no, you
Yeah.
can't
Yeah.
do that.
Together.
Exactly.
Do you get what I mean? But it's like it's completely secret. That's what I'm getting from this.
Oh, that's the vibe it's giving.
Yeah, so she's feeling the type of way. So
If it was just private, I wouldn't see it as a red flag. Even me myself, I'm private like that because
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm super citrus or anything, but I always think of like evil eye. Like,
yeah, me is what you
Your
go.
friends though, wouldn't you?
yeah.
Yeah.
But even so, like I feel like I wouldn't need to post.
You wouldn't promote.
Yeah, yeah.
When someone else
100%.
asks me, "Are you taken?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm taken.
Yeah.
Happily taken."
Yeah. I do
It's
that.
like grandma's photo album. Like unless you know why? Because unless you got
Yeah.
invited in grandma's house,
Yeah.
you weren't privy to those photos.
Yeah.
So you have to be selective about everyone that sees your stuff. Not everything's meant to be on social media.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
feel like no one had access to my grand's house. Selective people that you could
Yeah.
they'll see the photos when you're in the bathtub and all them. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, But that I feel like social media, everyone feels like they just need to post everything, and that's not
yeah,
necessarily the case.
Yeah, it's like a need. Like
You need to
if
have
you
something for
don't,
yourself.
you kind of feel like, oh, why ain't I doing this? I feel like you shouldn't do because other people's doing
Hey,
it.
everyone, look what I'm eating. Unless you
Yeah.
got like a dining table or something, so, and everyone don't need to see what you're eating. Like,
Yeah, look where
eat.
I am.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Just enjoy
you know
the KFC.
you know those videos. Did you see people taking a picture of the food and the man's like, I'm here too.
Like, yeah,
Hey, I see that on a lot of girls,
girls
yeah.
type out certain man enough out of the
A lot
photo.
of them, yo.
You see 2 plates of no man. You see 2 plates of no man.
You know what? You see 2 plates, yeah, and you just see like like you see the brothers hands.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like 2 plates of no man. You said you
Yeah, sure, no,
you know what I mean? Were you pregnant?
100%.
Are you
It was
pregnant?
so
You
funny.
Case.
You know what I
It
mean?
was so funny because she's all proper, all enjoying
what I
the
mean?
food, and she's
Yeah.
like, "Oh, I'm here as well." You know, I'm
You know
here,
what I mean? Like,
and I was like, "Yeah, that's
2 plates.
crazy."
That's like you're eating for 2. You know?
You know the way there.
You know?
You can eat as much as you like.
But nah, I would say tell her wait till Valentine's Day.
A year though.
Every
So that means that
yeah,
Valentine's
Day
would have car passed.
Yeah, every
Yeah.
girl knows if they're the main one when it comes Valentine's Day.
You know what I'd say?
That's a fact.
lie.
That's a fact.
Go on.
I would say she's getting treated like a sighting.
100%.
Yeah, it seems like that. Yeah.
Like,
100%.
Especially since she's feeling that way.
she
Like,
keeping
yeah.
it private though.
That's the thing. It's only what was sent to me.
you know, it's only one side.
You ain't got much
Yeah.
context.
You,
Yeah.
and you have to kind of
Yeah, just work it out.
work it out, kind of.
She told her friends and things like that.
I think so.
Yeah.
100%. I think she told it for maybe her friends have put it in her like, are you sure that this is a real relationship?
Yeah.
Are you sure you two are really together? Because how come we can't see nothing? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it don't look.
That's-
it don't-
It don't look good. It don't look
Don't
good.
look
Like I think there's a difference from being private and being secretive, where no one knows you exist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
Privacy is different from secrecy.
Yeah.
100%. I don't mind giving someone their privacy, but I'm not allowing no one to have a secret on me. Privacy is like if
Yeah.
my girl's in the shower, I'd knock the door before I enter, giving her that respect.
Yeah, yeah.
She could be putting a pad in. She could be checking her for weights for
Yeah.
weighted. She's gained stretch marks. You know, even though you lay down with the girl 1,000 times, don't give you just the privilege to
Yeah.
bust in
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
bathroom.
true though.
Yeah.
Give her that respect. Knock the door.
Yeah.
That's privacy. Secrecy is not. I'm not walking in the room and everyone knows a secret and I don't know it, and everyone's
Yeah.
keeping it
Yeah.
on the side. That's not happening.
Yeah.
So privacy, I respect. Secrecy, it's not gonna fly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah,
As well.
100% I agree. And is he giving any hints that it's like very, very secret? Like for example,
Yeah.
like for example, I don't know, like say for example he posts a picture of himself and like
Yeah.
some girls are flirting with him either in the DMs or in the comment section. Is he showing like interest in that? Or I don't know.
It's,
I'm
you know,
trying to
it's
gauge
only
what he's
what's
probably
gotten
thinking.
sent.
Yeah,
Like,
Tan doesn't know as much.
it's
Yeah,
only
yeah.
what's
Tan
being
doesn't know.
sent. Yeah, trust me. I'm just trying to work out.
Yeah.
We're all
I know you mean that. Someone
Yeah.
told you
Yeah.
scenario,
So
Yeah.
this is the scenario, and just like work it out. What do you think?
So do they want us like to
Yes,
So my
basically.
advice would be like, you know what? Keep doing your thing. Don't like put all your eggs in one basket. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because he don't look like he's putting these eggs in one basket. So that's my advice.
Yeah.
Do your
That's-
thing,
Yeah.
do
That's
your
good
thing.
advice.
Yeah,
That's good
100%.
100%.
Until like your main people know. And what about showing up for like birthdays? That's what came into my head. Is he showing up for birthdays?
That's
Probably clearly not.
That's what I said. There'll be family events.
But
going
family
on.
events
like-
throughout that year.
Christening,
Yeah.
birthdays, Christmas.
I feel like
Why
that's
did you
going
not
to
get
be the
invited
biggest
Christmas?
indication, like
100%.
of if it's serious or not. Because if your family can't see him or none of your friends
Yeah.
know he exists, like they just hear his name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're probably thinking, what? I'm like, your birthday's come and gone or whatever, or he hasn't come, he hasn't turned up.
Yeah.
Come
Nah,
on,
I'd be like,
Secret
nah.
Santa.
That's yeah. I don't think that's serious
That don't look
at
righteous
all.
at all. Nah.
Yeah.
But yeah, but they knew that I was having 2 guys on, so
Oh, so they want okay.
so they
fair
wanted.
Yeah.
My advice to her is stop looking at the window and start looking in the mirror. Meaning, stop watching everyone else's
Yes.
life.
Yeah.
And start
I like that one. I like that.
yeah, start reflecting on her life.
Wow.
Real talk. 'Cause a lot of people watch what everyone else is doing
Yeah.
and think that they have to do the same of what everyone else is doing.
Right.
When the internal work's yourself first. Yeah, a lot of people. So what she's doing, she's probably watching everyone else get posted, everyone else, you know what I mean, out with their
Yeah.
partners on
Yeah.
holiday, turning up, and she's thinking, right, that ain't me and my man.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
lot might have something totally different to what everyone else. has got going on.
100%.
Yeah.
And this is why I feel like social media is like it's difficult because I think it makes and breaks relationships.
100%.
Yeah.
Because people obviously going to be looking and then just comparing. Oh, that person's doing this.
100%.
And I spoke about this on another episode before about how social media does, like, there's good parts of social media and then there's bad, negative parts of it, where it's just like, negative, people's business, people actually stalking each other. Because when someone said this to me, someone's like, do you know social media is basically stalking? You know what people are doing? I'm looking at people's stories. And I was like, oh, shit,
You know what? Yeah, like someone was trying to get hold of me one time, and I weren't ready to just speak to them. I'm on Snapchat. Basically, I was on a break.
I can relate.
I was on like a family vacation, like a little family vacation. I was like, right, let me just tune up.
Yeah.
I'm on Snap showing like everyone. Yeah, and it was like it was kind of like family. Like, so what? Like ignoring my message. I said, what? So you can post and snap for
energy for it.
Energy at the time. It's my break. Like, So man said to me, what? So what? You can post on Snap here, but you can't reply to my message. Like he's my dad. I said, listen, I'll reply when I'm ready.
Right.
You know the way I have to let them know.
You know, you're big people. You live in your home. You don't live in your phone, and that's you know what I mean.
Yeah, we get drawn into social media too much. Because back in the day, like growing up, I'm an '80s baby. I love like hopscotch, all of them thing. They're like, you know, like you know run out. Okay, what was it?
Not down ginger.
Not down ginger. British bulldog. All of these things, like just watching these programs. Tintin. All of these.
Little Tintin. Thomas the Tank.
Rosie and Jim. I had a great childhood, innit? It was beautiful. There was no social media. There was no Wi-Fi.
No, there was no Tesco Wi-Fi. There was no Tesco Wi-Fi.
Phone box. Yes.
You had to knock people's door. You had to build a community.
If you want to fit, or we had to have a meeting.
Their parents were cross-referencing you at that door. Like, I don't really want you around my child.
That's so true.
If you had to knock the door, then your mum will come back and say, don't bring
because your parents will know who your friends are.
That's the parents are right, you know. They are right.
Even MySpace tried to give you like a top 10s list.
Oh my god, MySpace.
Instagram's no top 10.
We going back.
So I'm
my bedroom was upset. He was like, what? Wait, you tried to remove me at the top 10 you get me?
Rotate.
Everyone get their promo.
I feel like back in the day, it was so much more just really refreshing and growing up. We actually were kids, being kids,
and
you know?
Did last longer.
Options were less. Like, remember, options back then were like your mum's neighbor at someone she ran into Tesco. The guy she met in the school run. Now the options are unlimited. She's seeing 50 Cent with his top off and then looking at your big gut thinking, why are you not doing setups?
And you got Anthony Joshua,
all these people. There's too much options now. Like,
and then we got Rihanna to look at, we got Beyonce for instance, you know what I mean? So
and back then, you walk in someone's house, you might see Craig Davis as their poster, Rihanna as their poster. You kind of knew who they liked. Now they're following every celebrity. You know, you can't
come into my mum's house and be like Bob Marley, Nelson Mandela, all of that song.
My friend had Tupac, Malcolm X, and Jesus.
Big up. Beautiful.
Beautiful. King had a dream. And then we had Selassie in our house. Picture of Selassie.
Big up.
You get me?
And it's crazy because now Martin Luther King's dream today would be a nightmare. If he even it would be a nightmare. I had a nightmare. That's it.
Things have really, really changed.
100%. Like options, but it's like it's nice quantity, not quality, though.
Facts. Facts.
100%.
You know what it is? We grew up on watching TV, and then we kind of like you don't idolize them, but you respect them for being on that platform. Now everyone can upload to social media and YouTube, so everyone's doing it.
I
was saying out there. Rate your journalism, Tan.
Thank you.
No, seriously, and I'm not saying it because I said it out there.
Yeah, you did. You know
why? Because everyone's podding now just because everyone's doing it, but you have a way of allowing the guest to speak, controlling the room without making it about you, and you know what I mean. Like, trust me, you're very on point with
thank you. Yeah, because that's why I created this platform. It's not to like, I'm the center of attention. I'll take the back seat happily. That's not my, that's me. And give everyone. It's good to get people's thought, how people think, the thought process behind the thought. Do you see what I mean? And it's interesting, and meeting new people, and we're all creatives, and it's for all of us. That's why I created it. Do you see what I mean? Because people hold back a lot, and it was during lockdown that I literally was like, the podcast thing. Because a lot of people suffering through mental health. I knew so many people that was just didn't feel like they could talk to people. They could obviously talk to me, but some people that literally there's no freedom of speech. There isn't.
You're right.
There's no freedom of speech.
You're right about
no matter what the government said, there's no freedom of speech at all.
And in that time of lockdown as well, again, even with like having like the closest people you might have had before, where you got your close family, even like they were being manipulated to like listen to what's going on, and like I couldn't even go around to my certain family's house. They say, no, you can't come round, you're gonna make me sick. I'm like, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, like, and not disrespecting to anyone's views, right? But so again, the mental health could have been real, because I remember I was going outside. I was bringing my son. I was like, listen, we're rolling, we're stepping out we're going everywhere. The roads are empty, it's all to ourselves. Like, and then I'm sending pictures, and I got family members. What are you doing? My mental health's now getting really real, because I'm like, wow, I can't even say how I feel about this.
Like Will Smith, I Am Legend.
I was like,
oh my god, I remember that movie a lot.
His bike, literally.
Listen, he was show. Not, I know everyone pops down his thing, but he was iRobot. I Am Legend.
100%.
Independence Day. You know what I mean?
All of these films,
such a respect.
There's always a message. Put respect on his name, man.
Taking them roles, trying to put everyone on game. He was ahead of his time. He was trying to show everyone this is what's to come. Yeah, trust me.
Yeah, 100%. Sorry, but it's we're just talking. We're just up.
Happens,
but no, 100%. Social media is just like. Do you know how many people's like you have to switch it off sometimes? Social media.
I've recently started doing that.
You have to switch it off. I got to a moment where I'm just like, I don't really want to post. I just want to just be in my zone. I just kind of just switch off, man. Literally.
You know what's crazy? Like, the internet is on our phone. I feel like we overlook that. It's not like we walked into this room and we've now entered the internet.
We've
walked into KFC, we've entered the internet. Like, it's literally a device on our phone.
That is true.
It's literally
we're in control of how much we can use.
We're
in control. So I'm saying, and I can't remember what post I saw a post the other day, and they were saying like it's becoming more addictive. Like being on social media is becoming more and more addictive. We're not noticing it. We just let's quickly just scroll. Let me quickly post. And even like when you've got your platform, like you've got your platform, and there must be a pressure like sometimes like you need to post. 100%.
I do feel like that. Like if I don't, I feel like I'm lacking
if you don't
in what I've built. You see what I mean? 100%. But I even said this to my friend. If I wasn't on social media, if I wasn't doing the podcast, I don't think I'd be on social media.
Not saying I'm rapping.
I don't think I would. 100%. I just feel like sometimes it can get. Obviously, I love what I do. I love what I do. I'm just saying that I love the total podcast, my baby. But I just feel like if I weren't doing it, no, I would be doing something else. But then everything does take the internet in some form of way. Like being an actor, you're gonna want to promote yourself. You know what I mean? Being a singer, you're gonna want to pull it on streaming. You have to market yourself. You see what I mean? So how do you stop marketing?
But you can't though, because
how do you tap out of the marketing?
You got to
how's it going to reach people?
Right.
How are you going to monetize?
Remember,
once you've got to that level, like Stormzy, for example, like he's gone off Instagram sometimes. Like, I feel like once you reach that level of,
then you could do it.
You can just disappear.
But you remember as well, with Stormzy, he has a team, innit?
Oh yeah,
you build yourself team. You got a team. So as much as Stormzy's off social media, he's still got like people in the pushing his music, relevant. And plus, a person like Stormzy as well does things within the community. So he'll be like setting up football teams. So he's keeping himself still relevant. Like if any tragic incidents happen, he will go to the funeral. He will sing. So with the people, he's always gonna be. He's like a Tupac of our time.
You know, you have to look at it like he's at a space now where he can just have posters all around London and it means something. Lots in the space now. We have to put our flyers through people's letters.
That's it. You have to keep on.
You have to be in people's DM. That's us looking.
That's how we're marketing.
And you got Pizza Hut. But Top Pizza was always putting their flyers
in the letterbox.
Every
day. Pizza Hut and Domino's to put it on the bus stand.
They have a billboard.
But you know it is. They know people's going to go to their shop regardless. Their household name.
That's what I'm saying. You hit the nail on the head. A household name. You have to put the flyers through the letterbox.
Right now.
A couple times. Listen, you know what I mean? pass it to someone, go around the corner, see it on the floor somewhere. Like, bro, I just gave you your hand. You know what I mean? Like, we have to do the work.
We do 100%, and that's why having a solid team is so important.
100%.
People who see the vision.
Listen,
if you can't be on people that don't see the vision as you, just won't work.
You can't give a message if no one's listening.
Yeah,
or you end up being the guy in Lewisham preaching about God. No disrespect to him, but everyone's walking past him and ignoring him. Like, he's got a good message.
There's no jealousy.
If Stormzy was in Lewisham rapping, everyone would stop and listen.
100%.
Even though, that's true. If you listen, you can't give a good message if no one's listening. That's just no one's listening.
I like
the
that.
guy in Lewisham. I see him every day. You know what
I mean? And you're just like, come on, man, I see you.
People in the centre of town.
You know what I'm talking about. Pushing the word. He's pushing the word proper. That no one listening.
Not giving up though, innit?
Give it up. He's gonna pick the phone. No one's listening.
He's coming.
I wanted to buy him a megaphone on Amazon just to get that. No, I was going to, but I thought no one's still gonna listen.
Marketing properly. You need a church.
You need a church.
Yeah, you need a church. You need a following.
Because some things are settings are important sometimes.
100%. But that's what I'm saying about kind of got off. But it's good. This is good anyway. Like, that's what I'm saying in terms of social media. It can help or not. It depends on which way you kind of think about it.
To, like, without like comparing her relationship to other people, like, just set the standard of what she would like in her relationship. What makes her happy? If being secretive or private or whatever the word is in her way of looking at things, if she's genuinely happy in her relationship, she doesn't need to compare it to other people. But if it's something that's like, no, I don't like this because I just don't like it, then she needs to talk to him about it.
Communication in relationships is important. I feel 100%. Like people
100%.
what people disregard in relationships a lot is they mask up the beginning of their relationship, whether it's dating, being on their phones around each other, watching movies, and just the conversation is important. You know what I mean? Like, you set your boundaries from the beginning, what you're into, what you expect, 100%. What you want. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people be with someone and in 5 years, he wants to live in Japan and you want to live in America, and then you're like, hold on.
You can't be surprised. You can't be surprised when it kind of doesn't work out.
Conversation. Like, they don't. They
gotta talk.
They just get in a relationship. They watch a couple movies with each other, and there's no conversation. They go on dinner dates with each other. They just mask up all the real conversations that are important.
But would you say it's maybe they're not compatible? What do you think's the reason? You reckon they're not compatible, or
do you know
they just realize later on down the line that they're not right for each other?
I want to say compatibility, opposites attract, is better than being the same as someone, because it allows someone else to show you parts of your life that you don't know. Interesting.
You
learn from each other. Imagine if you watch EastEnders your whole life and then someone shows you Coronation Street. What? You know what I mean? Like, imagine someone feeding you chicken your whole life and then you eat fish for the first time. So meeting someone the total opposite sometimes does benefit you. Sometimes it does benefit you, man. And a lot of people overlook that. They think, we have to be the same. No, you have to compromise.
You have to have the same traumas.
You have to.
Because sometimes you got the same traumas. It kind of, especially when you're having children, it brings that into you. You're not not breaking the cycle. You know what I mean?
This is so good because what is spoken. No, what we're talking about, it brings it on to the next question I wanted.
Okay.
The question now, it says, okay, there's two. They're similar. The two-part. Okay, so this got sent to me. Do you think there is a difference between men and women leaving in a relationship? Yeah, that's one of them. Okay, and the next one is, the follow-up is, women tend to leave mentally and emotionally before physically moving on. 100%. Is there a difference with men?
100%. Some
so let's go into that.
Some women finesse the breakup. See, a lot of men don't know this. And what I mean by that is, some women, they will self-sabotage before in a relationship before they actually come out and say it. So a lot of men would be with her and in 6 months at the end would be like, bro, she ain't doing this anymore, she's not doing that. The whole time in her mind, she's thinking, I'm self-sabotaging this and you don't even know it. So a man will phone his boys like, yo, bro, I had to end it with her, but she's happy you did that.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
I'm talking about
that is true.
Because they say it's because it's what they wanted.
True.
It's because deep down, but they couldn't.
That's true.
One thing,
but they couldn't bring themselves to do it.
Notice that, but that is
you don't notice it. Women will cuss you back. They'll argue with you. They'll fight you. The one thing a woman can't live with is guilt. No woman in the world can live with guilt. No woman in the world. A woman will always feel bad.
I can't. I've got thoughts of conscience.
How many times you send your son to bed an hour early and then go knock his door, say, you know what, come downstairs, watch the movie. You know what I mean? A woman can't live with guilt. A woman can't live with guilt. So a woman in her mind, she's thinking, I want to end it with him, but I just don't know how to go about doing it, about breaking him. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to do everything total opposite what he's used to. He's going to break
that is so true.
Wow.
They don't realize it. They don't realize it. They'll self-sabotage to have the man feel like he walked away. It's like, no, buddy, she was done with you. She was done with you already. She checked out. You know what I mean? She checked out in March. She checked out in March.
I agree with that.
Mentally,
I agree with that. Like you know, when it comes to pain, where if you're being broken up with, people focus on the person that got dumped, but then to break up with someone takes a lot of courage as well. So then, I can see why they would be like, you know what? Let me just start sabotaging. So he breaks up with me, and then I feel bad about it.
They don't even realize some of them are not actually thinking like, yo, it just happens naturally because she's so tapped out. Like,
I'm not gonna run his bath no more. I'm sorry. Getting a massage.
You know, he's not getting the biggest chicken in the house. Man's looking at a hot wing. Man's looking at a hot wing. The son's sitting there with a big chicken. Sitting there like,
yeah, bro. He's got a little bowl. Get me. But you know what it is? Little bowl of rice. What's this? What, man? Baby or something. Do you know what it is? Yeah, as men, we're meant to like be like the conquerors and just get on with it, be strong. You know what I mean? Like, and women, they think with emotion. Men are emotional.
We're nurturers.
Trauma background. But as men, we more do things like what makes sense. You know what I mean? Like men are humble. Like as a man don't care if you're a millionaire as a lady or you're on benefits, whatever it is.
No, we don't care.
You know what I mean? Like we want you to uplift yourself, but we're gonna crack on and we're gonna get on with it.
Yeah.
Whereas with women, they're proper like calculating and like, I need a guy that's like this. I need that. So definitely, I agree with that. When a woman's leaving, it's from emotion. You know what I mean? Or she would tune out early.
Yeah.
With man, it's like man will kind of stick around and try and make it work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Can I?
No,
because you know what? Like, it's the think and feel. So with women, they always feel. With a man, it's always think. So even if you have a conversation with a woman like, what do you want to eat? Well, I feel like eating. Where do you want to go on holiday? I feel like flying. With a man, he's gonna say, I think I want to eat. You know what I mean? Holiday. So it's think for a man. This woman feel.
But women are naturally more emotional.
That's where the think for a man is logic. Woman feel is emotion. Have a conversation with any woman. She'll say, "Oh, babe, you know, I feel like watching." Oh, it's feeling. With a man, I think I watch. It's think.
That is true.
That's embedded.
That is true.
It's the think and feel.
That reminds me of someone. I don't know if they're like a psychologist or they're in the mental health field, but they basically asked a question to men and women. They said, like, if a car's coming towards you, like, how would you feel? And the women were like, oh, I would feel scared. I'd feel this. But the men just thought of solutions to avoid it. Like, run.
And diving out the way.
Men are more logical. And women are more emotional.
It's the think and feel. Think and feel.
But then what about in terms of, like, with men, some men, okay, let's have
We're never generalizing. When we are saying
some men, and we've heard this over time. Some men don't really know how to express themselves. They tap out. They don't explain, or how we can't. We're not mind readers. Communication, as you say, 100%. I'm with you on that. That is so important.
100%.
But then, if there's no communication, how's there?
Can I be real though? Because you tell a girl something in March, and then when she's arguing, she's using it against you in April. So it makes you not feel comfortable.
Like, for instance, they'll ask you how you feel, and then you say how you feel, but then instead of listening and saying, like for instance, if I say, how do you feel? And you're telling me, I'm like, I'm here. So I want to make a good solution. I don't want you to feel I'm upset. I don't want you to feel sad. I want to make you feel happy. That's the whole reason why we're in a relationship. But sometimes it's the opposite. With some women, it's like they ask you how you feel. You say how you feel, and it's like, oh, so this is why you're like this. This is why you're like that. And then you're like, oh, this is why now I kind of stay. You know what I mean?
It's crazy you said that, because I swear to you, I can't make this up here. A lot of women, with what Fend's saying, a lot of women will tell you the problem, but they just want to offload the problem. They necessarily don't want your input.
Oh, like venting. They just want to vent it.
A lot of men vent, and a lot of men read the room wrong. bro, unless someone asks you for your opinion, sometimes don't insert yourself. Allow a person to vent. You know how many times women will be venting and a man will be like, well, I reckon she's looking at you like, I did not. See what I mean? Whereas with men, in our mind, we just go straight to the solution. So when a man's talking to a woman and she has no solution and her solution is coming from a judgmental perspective, it kind of shuts us off and we don't want to say anything anymore.
I've had that experience, not to say I'm a man or anything, but I've had
you know what?
When everyone's talking about it, everyone looks at them.
Everyone will be in your DMs tonight. Like, what? Me? Me?
Like, I've had an experience in that sort of way where, like, if one of my friends comes to me with a problem and I give a solution, they will get angry with me. They're like, I just wanted you to listen and side with me. I'm like, okay, all right, I'll side with you then. I'll listen.
Do you know one thing I'll never do is just because someone's my friend, I'll never just agree. Like, if you want my advice, I'll be completely honest.
Because with me, I'm blunt.
But I'll be honest, and however it comes out. But I'm not gonna say it to be horrible, to be mean. But I'll be like, you've come to me with something. I'm gonna tell you what I think it is, or what I think, but that's it. Do you get what I mean? I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Do you get what I mean? And I don't think a friend should always, like, if a friend's doing something wrong, I'm not going to back a friend who's doing something wrong.
Exactly.
Like, for example, the cheating thing. I don't agree with cheating. I've never cheated in my life, and I've been with. So if you're cheating, I'm going to call you out and say you're wrong for doing that. Why are you doing that? Like, what's going on? I'd want to understand. It's something that I'm against. So I want to know.
I want to know.
Why are you doing
what's going on there? What's going on there?
No, I'm talking in the context of, say, for example, if a girl is with a guy and there's so many red flags and he's not going to change or anything like that. This is how he is. With me, I usually just like, all right, then just leave if you're not happy. Go and find someone who is aligned with you there. But then they don't like that one, so they're like, no, you're supposed to just comfort me. I'm like, okay.
Do you know why? Because from daddy's little girls to being the girl in the house, around mum, a lot of women like us, boys, we have it hard. We get punched up by our uncles, by brothers, cousins. I know. I'm not sensitive to nothing. Like, I was saying to someone else the other day, my older brother said to me, I got a big nose. My older brother said to me, bro, your nose so big, you don't blow your nose with tissue, you have to use a whole bed sheet. Like, because I've heard it all, we've heard it all. My cousin, See, man just hit the nail on it. That's the man. He's laughing. I laugh. Tan was like, oh my God. I get reaction. Tan wanted to actually go get me a bed sheet. She didn't want to get me a tissue. She wanted to get me a bed sheet. Oh, your brother. Why is he saying? Why are you saying that? And I'm telling you the way. And the maddest thing is, it prepares you for the world. I got a big nose, no one, but with women, I've seen it, not just in my family, I've seen it, right? Like, cause they're it's like what's that word? You know when you what's that word? Politically correct. Politically correct. So it's one of them situations with women, it's different. So women, it's hard to kind of, when they're telling you something, express yourself because they're not used to it. Like you said, they want you on their side. I mean, they want you to be in agreement with them. With us, we talk to each other rough.
Really?
Keep
it 100. That's true. So what about, okay, if your friend was crying, your boy came, your homeboy, your bro's crying, like,
see, that's what I'm saying. That's how we
No, seriously.
Tune back in the day, innit? The old school tune I sent you. It's like one thing a man ain't meant to do is cry unless one of the family, the man them die. Explain. See me, I'm like, I'm being real. Like,
go on.
I'm being real with me, I'm an emotional person still. So I'm a man, like even if I hear a tune, it reminds me of something. I'm not gonna lie, I can bring the eye water.
Eye water. Like, but I'm not sure you have to put man leaves eye water. You know, eye water coming down. I didn't turn away, innit? Like, it's some really sad, innit? Like, I've been through something like
someone's passed away, like that, and you're at the funeral.
Have trauma as well.
100%.
At the end of the Dire song, I cried,
and I messaged him. I said, bro, that was powerful. And I can relate to that because, for instance, like, even I was filming a podcast, I lost a friend due to suicide, and I was filming him, and I'm talking about him. This one, I'm like, I'm welding up. I water started, and the man was sitting there, but they're listening, and I'm like, this is embarrassing because I don't want it to be a thing with like, like when the poet cried, he cried and everyone was getting onto him, but when he cried, it was an emotional situation. I actually related to it, but everyone got onto him like he's a crybaby.
No, but why? But it's the thing, though. But why? Why though? Because
egos.
It's too much ego.
Man, in it.
We know, obviously, you know, in terms of like, I've got so many boy cousins growing up and they've grown up tough and all of that, and you get told, oh, why are you crying for your man? You know, your boy. You'll be strong and all of that. But it's like. All of that, not crying, it's going to just build up and build up and build up, and it affects you as you get older, and you just explode one time, have a mental breakdown. It's not good.
And you get
do you see what I mean? You get seriously. I know people that have been in serious situations, and because they felt like they're just too. No one's too strong or too nice to cry. Like, what the hell? That's mad to me when I hear that. Like, you should be able to have a bro, like your Cody, you know, your doggy dog, whatever Uno call it. And just be like, do you know what? Like, I really need to talk to you. Like, and get me and just go there. It doesn't have to be broadcasted everywhere. You get what I mean?
Tears are just weakness leaving the body. That's all it is.
Because it's needed. Like, we all cry, but I think, like, aside from gender, like me personally, if I just bring on my personal experience with this, with me, I only feel comfortable crying if I feel like I'm safe with that person.
So 100%.
Once I feel like I'm safe with that person, I trust that person, the vulnerability can flow. But if I don't feel safe around that person, I'm not even gonna cry. Like, I'm waiting until I get home when no one's around and cry, you know.
Can I be honest? I have to say this. My tears for the end of the song for my cousin. When I saw one of my favorite rappers, Styles P, crying on the Breakfast Club about his daughter suicide, and I see Jim Jones.
Even when I watched it, I
had tears in my eyes for him. Even with Jim Jones on Funk Flex,
I watched that
crying about he's getting rough, and the man running and leaving him, bro. Like, you gotta remember, a lot of women have to understand, not all, a lot of women have to understand, as black men as well, we go outside, we're racially profiled, we walk into Tesco's, security man following us more than, there could be a white man on aisle 7 stealing, he's following us, you know what I mean, like, we walk down the road, a woman clutches her bag, cross the street, you know what I mean, like, there's man that want to kill man, there's trying to get man out of it, trying to, you know what I mean, knock man's noodles out, so when man come home, man just want peace. Man don't want the war because we're already going through it. You know what I mean? There could be the manager at work. So a lot of people don't take that into consideration. So Tan's right, man. Like, a woman should be his safe haven.
Be his peace. It's not coming. He's like, as you just said, going out into the world and then coming home to peace. You don't want a battle now with your missus.
Women, if you lot our man's peace, you run his bubble bath, the raw penises clean, your highness, all of that good stuff, he would love you forever. If you don't nag, if you don't nag, you don't, and not just nagging, you can complain about your own stuff, but if you don't complain to him about his stuff, I promise you're gonna keep that man forever. You ain't gonna worry about him not sharing you on social media. He'll be sharing you to everyone. You know what I mean? He'll be escorting you to heaven. Like, he'll be escorting you to heaven like Jesus. She's a good one, you know. Take her. When it's like, I'm telling you, no man would leave any woman if she becomes his peace.
100% though.
I promise you.
Another thing I wanted to say back to, like, with the emotions and that, because she, like, even with, like, man crying and that, do you remember it's just an emotion, innit? 100%. And as a human, you can't help having emotions. So you got emotion of happiness, sadness, anger. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Even like feeling a bit erratic sometimes, or you could be feeling a bit claustrophobic. You know what I mean? So these emotions, it's about how we handle them, and like you just said, in the right place. And we can't be sitting on, especially as big man, sitting on podcasts talking about things and bawling. That's an idiot thing. That's real. But if you're going through certain things. And like live stuff, and like I'm calling I'm on the phone to Creep, and I'm just like airing out my thing, and I start crying, or he starts crying, like, man ain't gonna be like, right, you're a crybaby, like, man's here for that, because again, I've got friends that's committed suicide, you know what I mean? I've got friends that just had a heart attack, boom, and I know it's not just due to illness, I know it's due to pressure and stress. So I'm saying, the peace at home is going home, and it's pressure because the picnic them are big, and certain things are going on, and life ain't really going your way. But
braces ain't cheap, you know. Braces ain't braces ain't cheap. It's crazy to touch on what you said as well, Fend. Like, see, like, so when I cried at the end of the song for my cousin, like Fend said, that was a voice note I sent to my other cousin, and it was me expressing myself. And then for me, I did the same service that Styles P and Jim Jones did for me, for someone else. So then someone else can hear me and be like, "Raw, Creeper cried. Okay, it's okay to cry." But like Fend said, don't be sitting on a podcast. That's something different. But like, you're meant to do cry man's shoulder or something. It's like, you know,
and that's why, like, you see a lot of like musicians, you know, like they express that through their art. You know? I feel like sometimes I'm always analyzing, I'm like, oh, like, so they've gone through this, like, in their song, and then like, oh, okay, so that's where it's coming from.
100%, because it's trust me,
Very
it's therapy.
though, it's therapy, 100%. That's why I say writing.
I always look at the lyrics. I always like to analyze.
That's songwriting.
Even if you're not, if you do poetry, you're a rapper, singer. Pick up a diary and just write about
100%.
You know what I mean?
It offloads. It does something. It releases something. Like when I write, it releases.
Even when people don't put stuff in their own words, I sometimes like, bro, you don't think for yourself. Like my boy hit me up the other day. He's like, bro, check this girl out, bro. She's deep. Obviously, he's trying to get with her. And I said, bro, I'm looking at all of her statuses. I'm like, bro, she just knows how to copy and paste good. None of this is her fault. None of this is her fault. She just knows how to copy and paste good. She's not like, and I feel like when people limit themselves to expressing themselves, you don't get a genuine version of them.
That's right.
You know what I mean? You don't get a genuine version of them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Me and Fend are who we are off this pod. 100%. Like someone can run up on the street and be like, yo, I saw you, and it's the same person.
And that's what I like though, when someone's the same on and off camera. 100%. It's not just one.
You film, we ain't saying no names because I don't know who you film with, but you film with a plethora of people, and I'm sure after you sat with them in the waiting area or somewhere, and then you've sat with them on the pond, it's a whole different person. You're like,
bro, I mean, they're quiet. You're quiet.
But can I be honest with you? I'm a sort of person that people can naturally talk to. Guys and girls. People show them. People show both sides to me. They're you know, quiet side, the good side. But do you know what they say? Remember I said it to you. Quiet people aren't really quiet.
I promise you,
they're not around the right people. They're actually very like
around the right people.
You come alive.
Literally, she's very like funny and bubbly and all of that. Thank you.
Why am I waiting?
Trust me, you got to warm. You're wearing orange.
So what you got warm as well.
We're
all warm, as well.
Thank you. You're wearing orange, but your aura's blue. You know what I mean? I'm telling you.
Nah, it's good. It's good to be around like-minded and energy, man. Energy don't lie, you know.
You know why as well, man. Like, listen, the world is hard already, man. It's no point. Like, loosen up, people, man. Have fun, man.
Have fun.
Go play Knockdown Ginger in a hotel. Just like have fun. Stop being in a hotel. Like,
imagine this year, like when you know that summer when it was like 40 degrees, me and one of my
everyone
remembers that.
What we was doing, me and my brethren, we're big people. We went, and bought water guns and that. We was waiting for like the youth them to come back from school, like our youths them and the youth them in the community. So we're gonna have a big water fight. It was on a weekday. Bought all these water balloons, so we said, boom, we gave our kids them. All right, cool. That kid, you don't want water balloons. Next minute, we had the biggest water fight. But what we was doing before that, we was literally just sitting there, having a little zoo and that. We're zoned in it. Running and that, Hey, what? Come and squirt that guy at the bus stop. Squirt him. He's looking up at this man. Passing up. We're having fun.
But you know, the unexpected times, you know, when it's unexpected, like spontaneous, those are always the best times.
100%.
You don't plan it.
We didn't even plan it. We just like, it's hot today. Come and go to. No, my friend came back with a water gun and he's like, I'm like, you think I ain't got none? When I got my watch, I can't go get the water balloons and just bomb up.
It's too serious now in the world. It's too serious.
A child,
we like to have fun.
You know why? Everyone's desensitized. Like goes back to that politically correct. Everyone has to censor what they're saying.
Yes.
Everyone's sensitive.
Like too sensitive.
We grew up on Def Comedy Jam. Michael Jackson died. They were running jokes about him the 2 days later. Now,
that was mad.
Say that, let's cancel these people. You know what I mean, now it's like you can't say that. That's out of order. That person's feelings. What do you mean feelings? Like, and that's what everyone's not allowed to express themselves. And that's what's making the world miserable.
Yes.
I'm telling you, if today's generation grew up the way we grew up on Def Comedy Jam, you know what I mean? Like Eddie Murphy Raw, Richard Pryor. Jim Carrey. Richard Pryor.
Mr. Bean.
Mr. Bean.
He was the man.
And only beans they know is Heinz.
You know what? Do you know what's so funny? No, this is good. I was talking to my friend about, you remember Funhouse? Is it Funhouse?
Yeah, that
and
was
Supermarket Suite.
We went to be on them programs.
Oh my god.
And Funhouse was when you said the thing at the end, you got the go-kart.
Supermarket Suite.
And I feel like that's why we still got our inner child within us. We can still remember all of these things. You know what I mean? Like going to your grand's house and the nice food, cooking and everything. And
holiday was grandma's house. Holiday. That was a holiday. You better look at a fridge magnet if you wanted to go somewhere.
Correct.
You better picture Jamaica.
How it is,
These kids, they don't understand, man. Trust me, times are so different.
It makes you really cherish. Like I cherish. That's why you just don't take things for granted, and we take things for granted every day in little ways.
I think the closest they got to, like, remember we had gonna say a big why. Do you remember in school we had wet day where you weren't allowed to go outside? Like,
oh yeah,
I think so. Yeah.
That the closest they got to that was probably COVID and lockdown.
Yeah,
having to stay in the house.
That's right.
Yeah.
Closest they got.
When it was raining, I remember you had to make
I connect more.
You have pogs as well.
Pogs.
Do you remember the one with the what's it called again? What do you call the conkers? Remember the conkers?
Conkers on the street. Yeah, conker war.
We used to throw conkers at cars though.
Oh no, not the car. No way.
We used to throw at people.
We
had them at people, but not the cars. No way.
We used to have roller skates.
My mum would listen.
Roller skates. And if someone drove through the estate, we'll hold on to the bottom of their car bonnet and get dragged through the estate.
Yeah.
What?
And until they would like abruptly stopped and some man got hit in the face of the car. But you were having fun.
That's dangerous.
You're not taking a break. Like a lot of man got robbed at Chocadero.
Chocadero was peak.
Chocadero was a nice.
We used to go up there like
nice. A lot of girls' bombs got slapped for no reason.
Oh my God.
No, it was weird. Like if you Fend where you had to go with a certain kind of people.
And imagine, like even one time we went and had a fight with the security, like the whole security. We never could
believe that.
I
could believe that.
Guys coming out of like big hench guys. Uncles. What are you doing? Literally, man's there fighting with throwing chairs. Well, because
what's Chocadero like now?
No, they're changing it now.
No, I'm saying like, what's the equivalent now? We'll be like, it's not even. I can't even say Stratford Westfield. I can't even say that.
Anything. There's none. I can't think anywhere.
Times are different. We grew up in poverty. These lot are poor. Like, there's a difference. Like, we grew up in poverty. Like, you know what I mean? Knock your neighbor's door for stuff and all of that. Like, you can't be grinding poverty when you have an iPad or an iPhone. You're just poor. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You might be poor for a minute. You know what I mean?
And you got tech fleece and Jordans on and you know what I mean? When I was growing up, you just had holes in their shoes and
we had to share clothes.
Okay, so we're gonna have to wrap this up.
Just getting started. We were just having you to get us back.
No, I'm going to get you back. We're going to do a part 2. We'll arrange it. Okay, if you want to. That's another episode of the Talk With podcast. I want to thank my guests. Big up yourself. Tag your pages.
Creeper Crisis. This is Creeper Crisis.
Yeah, Real Friend, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter.
And your podcast page?
Fend Dizzle on TikTok. And my podcast page, table_time podcast.
And
Instagram, all that ish. So it's all underscore
all that ish.
All that ish. It's a long one, isn't it? Okay, go and follow them, everyone. Come on, we support each other out here. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I'm Glams Z with a Z at the end .tan, and this is the Talk Real podcast. Bye.